All right, guys. So with the Falcons kind of taking Bijan Robinson, I think the question is, was this really a good pick for the Atlanta Falcons? And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was shocked when that pick happened. As a matter of fact, I still am shocked when that pick happened because you guys have Tyler Algier, who had over 1,000 yards rushing, was extremely productive. And matter of fact, I think you actually take him as a late round pick, and he actually not only met expectations, he exceeded expectations. Not to mention the fact that you had Cordell Patterson, who I get it, he's aging a lot. He's aging. He's starting to kind of enter like a little bit of the older side of the 30s, and he's not going to be around that much longer. Drake London, who you took last year in the first round, was an extremely productive receiver for you. And obviously, you need to focus on your future. I think Taylor Heineke's there. You got Desmond Riddler that's still there as well. The Falcons are rebuilding, obviously, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So obviously, with the 8th pick overall, they decided to go with the best available player, and by getting Bijan Robinson. I don't know if necessarily Bijan Robinson was a player that ultimately fit the system. So I don't know if they decided scheme fit with the fact that his talent, and that was the reason why they got him, or the fact that it just seemed like this was a best available move here. Like Bijan Robinson on the board, he's the best available player. Why not go ahead and take him? And I guess I understand from if we're just trying to look at the positives is, well, the good thing is you have a duo, you have a two-headed monster with Algier and Bijan Robinson coming out of the backfield. Now, obviously, with Algier, he's gonna lose the snaps. He's gonna lose the snaps, which sucks for him because you're talking about a rookie running back that had over 1,000 yards and a guy that can continue to be very productive and can continue to get better. And now he's losing a little bit of that momentum to Bijan Robinson. Right? And then again, you have Cordell Patterson, and who knows during this draft, they can continue to get more weapons to add a little bit to this running game. Who knows? Because that seems like what they're, kind of what they're heading towards. But I think the head scratcher to me was that that your defense needs work, especially on the defensive line, right? Grady Jarrett has kind of hold down that spot in the interior for as long as I can remember. And Jalen Carter was on the board. Jalen Carter is he's from the state of Georgia. He knows he's from the state of Georgia. He's played in Atlanta, I don't know how many damn times. And right, if you can pair him off with Grady Jarrett, that is literally ensuring that your interior gets a little bit stronger. And instead, you decide to take a running back, which you've already got a running back. Now, again, you add more depth at the running back position, and you're ensuring that your ground game becomes a lot stronger for the 2023 season. But again, this is a pretty solid running back class. And when you're taking a look at the Atlanta Falcons, you could have potentially maybe got a Zach Charbonnet. You could have got like a Tajay Spears. Like I thought that they were running backs that if you wanted to take them a little bit from day 2 or even day 3, those value picks were there that you can add with the complement with Algier. Well, by literally picking a running back with the 8th overall pick, you are now ensuring, you better hope that Bijan Robinson becomes the guy and that Algier has to take a back seat, because that's pretty much what you're telling. And if that doesn't happen, and if let's say Tyler Algier is the starter and Bijan Robinson is the second guy, but he's not really living up to those top 10 aspirations, those top 10 overall, the value of the top 10 overall pick, then yeah, it doesn't matter how good Bijan can play. If he's not playing up to that standard, if he's not playing up to that level, then yeah, we're going to look back and we're going to say, yeah, that was a wasted ass pick. It truly was. Because if I'm getting a running back that's getting, let's say, 600 or 700 rushing yards as my number 2, what was kind of again, it's great for the team. It's overall, it's really, really good. And maybe that does improve the team. But I could have gotten a number 2. I could have gotten a really good compliment in the later rounds. Right? If we take a look at the league, and if we take a look at everything else, there's a reason why running backs are not taken in the first round, why teams are starting to step back and they're starting to take running backs in day 2 and day 3. There's a reason why Breece Hall, who was a first-round value guy, went in the second round, and why Kenneth Walker went in the second round, and why Tyler Algier fell all the way down to the way that he was. Right? it kind of sucks, honestly. If I'm Kenneth Walker and if I'm Breece Hall, I'm pissed. I wish I would have stayed another year if I was them, right? They probably would have wished they would have stayed another year because this is crazy. But yeah, so that's kind of why, that's the head scratching part about this. It's the fact that you took a running back with the 8th overall pick, and you better hope he's the starter, because if he's not, and if Ojir's the man, I don't know. It just seems like the value of getting a running back there just didn't make any sense to me. And they could have potentially, and they were way better, and they were better players in positions of need that the Falcons actually need to get. There were opportunities for them to take, and they didn't do it. They decided to go with the best available player instead of getting the best scheme fit or the best player that fits our philosophy based off of our need. So that's just my opinion about it, but not, in my opinion, not the greatest pick by the Atlanta Falcons.